Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech protected.
Hey folks, this is Alex Stradling and this is Fact TV Update. We got a lot of big news to cover. One of the biggest things is we had our grand opening for the brand new Keene station, and I have station manager Josh here. And I also have Garrett, who's the technical assistant, everything man, whatever title that we we want to give him that day. And we're going to be talking about a bunch of things today. We'll be giving an update about how's the Keene station doing and what things that we have available for Keene residents. And we'll also, for you folks in Bellows Falls, Rockingham, Westminster area, we're going to be talking about how you can get involved with Fact TV, how you can submit a show, how you can schedule studio time, all the things on what you can do in terms of, getting involved with Fact TV. And in addition to, if you have an event that you want to be want covered and you would like Fact TV to cover the event for you, or if you have a public service announcement and you have an event that you want to promote, how to submit that to Fact TV so that we can broadcast that out on our cable channels and our social media pages. So here we go. So the first thing is we opened up, had our grand opening in Keene at the end of February. We had quite a few, like 50 people come check out the new station, residents from Keene, residents from Bellows Falls, and we had a few people that signed up to do shows. And so we're moving forward with that, and we're looking forward to sort of building up that station and building up that area. And I have Josh here, who's the station manager, and he's going to just talk about a little bit about what's going on in Keene right now. Josh?
Yeah, we had a fantastic opening. A lot of people showed up, a lot of interest. Some people who were familiar with the earlier station that was here, Cheshire TV, and they wanted to come back and restart their programs or do something new. And, there's just been a ton of interest so far. We've only been open for, I think, less than 2 months. Right now, we have, 4 or 5 new shows?
Got Ryan, Long Road, a couple in production still.
Yep.
That Movie Sucks. So yeah, 5.
Yeah, yep, 5 new shows. We have a couple shows that are in the process of being made. They're really big productions, changing everything around in the studio when they come in. It's a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to the content they're going to produce because they're really passionate about what they do, and that's important, especially when you want to do long-term shows. So
Great. So what shows have we already that you guys have put up already? Who's producing shows and broadcasting out right now at this moment?
Right now we have RBTV, which is
Brian Bork on Fact TV.
We have That Movie Sucks, which is a show I do on Fridays. We have The Long Road, which is actually someone who used to produce a show on Cheshire TV, and he's come back to start it over again, which has been great. Chris Roberts, he's, I believe, a city councilman.
Yeah, I believe so.
Really, really nice guy, and he talks about veterans benefits and some political stuff, and he's got a good show. We've also got another show coming up called All Together Now, which is going to be kind of a political discourse show. That should be starting, I believe we're going to film the first episode on April 23rd. We have Gamer Gab, which is one of the shows that's in production. That's going to be a really one of the bigger shows because they're going to have a full set with a couch and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be really, really, really cool and exciting. We have Let's Roll, which is the other show that has a huge set and lots of camera angles and crazy stuff, and it's going to be great content once we get the first finished episode. We shot it. We just don't have the finished product yet, so hopefully we can show that to everyone soon.
Great, yeah, and that's great that we got people coming in and already starting to do shows in Keene. I just need to remind people in Bellows Falls and in Keene area residents, if you want to watch any of these shows, you can go to our website, fact8.com. In addition to that, if you're a Keene resident, Fact TV broadcasts on 1301 on Spectrum Cable. If you're in Rockingham, Bellows Falls, Westminster, Saxons River, Athens, Grafton, Brookline, that's a lot to say. We have 2 cable providers that broadcast Fact TV. The first one is Comcast, and we broadcast a public channel on 1082. And then the second cable provider is VTEL, and we broadcast the public channel on 172. So please check out our website at fact8.com, and also, check out our cable channels and see what people locally are producing in our area. So, Josh,
I was going to say, Alex, we do have one fan that loves our content so much. I believe he came to the Bellows Falls studio. Ryan, who does Ryan Vork on Fact TV, he watches everything that we produce from both stations. So he's pretty excited every time he comes in. He loves to talk about every show that he watches, and he remembers everything that he sees. It's crazy.
That's great. That's great. Ryan's got a good show. He's got interesting to talk about, and it's great that he's interested in public access, and those are the type of folks that we need to participate in public access media.
Absolutely.
So cool. Yeah. So the other things that we want to talk about is just sort of let people know on how they can get involved with Fact TV, how they can utilize Fact TV and the resources available to help produce content or to submit content that they're already that you guys may have already produced. You may be already producing a show from your webcam, from your laptop, or producing a show on your iPhone, and you want to get it out to a wider audience. The best way you can all submit that content to Fact TV, or if you want us to kind of handle some of the technical details and you want a studio space to be able to do your show, you can also schedule studio time. So what we're going to do, not only for folks in the Bellows Falls region area, but for folks in Keene, is I'm just going to let people know real simply how they can schedule studio time and how they can submit a show. If you're a community organization or cultural artistic organization that has an event that you're putting on and that you would like it to be filmed, or have Fact TV cover it so that it can be broadcast on the public access channel, we also have a way for you to be able to submit that request, and we have money in the budget to be able to basically cover that event for free. Now, we can't cover every event, and it's covering the event has to fulfill our mission statement, but you submit the form, and either if we don't cover it or not, we have the form submitted, and we can cover it for, we can charge to cover the event if we're not able to do it for free. And it's not a high price, it's a subsidized rate. I mean, if you had to pay a production company to actually film your event, you'd pay a lot of money. But because we're public access and, we get cable revenue and so on and so forth,
we can work with you. From
cable subscribers, you get a kind of a subsidized rate to cover your event. But so we're going to go over that also. So yeah, the first thing to do is, let's just say you want to do a show. Either you want to come in to Falls Area Community Television, either in Keene or in Bellows Falls, and you have a show idea and you want to be able to schedule studio time to be able to do that, or you have a show that you've already made and you just want to submit that for broadcast. Well, the first thing that you want to do is go to our website, fact8.com, so www.fact8.com, and you'll see on the top bar here, we have the menu bar. You just click here, and the very first thing that you want to do is become a member. It doesn't cost anything, but what that does is allows us to get you, in our membership list, so that you can be able to utilize both the Bellows Falls equipment and facilities and the Keene facilities. So become a member. Then if you want to submit a video, let's say you've already created a video, you've edited it, you have your own show that you do on YouTube, but you also want it broadcast out, you would scroll down this menu bar and you would go to upload video. You click on that link. That takes you to this page, and there's basically 2 options, but we're going to talk about the first option, and that's the submit video option. It basically goes over the amount of cable subscribers that we have and how many people that you're going to be reaching and what cable channels your content will be on. You scroll down, and then you hit submit video, and that takes you to a form that you're going to fill out. So you fill out the form, and basically I can go through it real quick. Put in your email. Got to put in your email, alex@fact8.com. You hit next. You put in your name. Got to have your name. Put in if you're submitting for an organization. You put that organization name in there. If not, you just leave it blank. Put in your address. And then you put in your phone number. It's all self-explanatory, but I'm going to do it quickly. Sometimes it's good for people to see what's going on, so it makes it easier on them. Then you hit next. And then we come into our video information. This is where you put the show title. And then you put in your episode description. Now, this is important. That you have a good title, and you also have a great description. I'm not going to do one now, but we need this information because if we can submit your video on our online platforms, and also when we schedule it for broadcast, we have to input this information to be able to go onto the program guide. So when people are watching on cable, they can hit the guide, and they're going to get the title of your show and the description of that. So that's why this section is very important. And the episode length is important. That's for the program guide. We have to input that in. It doesn't automatically recognize the video and say it's 25 minutes long. So you make sure you know exactly what your show length is. Credits are optional, but it is important if you want to show that up on the program guide, or if you want that information posted up on our social media platforms. You put that information in there. We'll have all the credits of the folks that were involved in the video listed. Okay? And then this is the important one that you have to answer. Does your video contain any nudity, obscene language, graphic violence, or anything deemed not suitable for kids? This is important so that this will help us determine what time of the day that we can broadcast your content. If it does sort of move towards the rated R type of content, that means that you're limited to being broadcast later at night when kids aren't up. In addition to that, when we upload it to our social media sites, we can determine if your content is appropriate to some of the social media sites because they have their own community guidelines. So very important that you sort of detail what that is when you put that in there. And then the produce date is, either the date of submitting if you want, or the actual date that you submitted it. Now the next part is very important. This is choose the following platforms that you would like your content to be broadcast on. So it's basically just gives you options. Now, the one thing, if you're submitting to Fact TV, is we have to broadcast it on the public access cable channel. But it is optional for you as a producer to either have it uploaded to our YouTube page or our Facebook page or our website. Sometimes producers will have their own web pages or websites, and they just want to keep the content there, and they just want to broadcast. So this is the section to be able to input that in there. And so then we move on. And are you 18 years or older? That's important because if you're not, then you'd need your guardian to sign off on this release here. So episode length, and then put that in. Let's just say 25 minutes. Next. All right. So this is the legalese. This just says that you own the rights to you take full responsibility for all the things that happen within your video. Basically, you read through our policies and procedures, check that you've read the agreement, and then hit next. And then this is where you would submit your video link. So, for instance, if you already have a video on YouTube and you want us to broadcast it, all you would have to do is provide us the video link for that. If you have the video uploaded to your Google Drive, you just provide us the video link to the Google Drive. Normally, any sort of platform, Facebook, usually we could pull from there. If we can't pull the video link that you provide us, then we'll email you and let you know to give us another link so that we can grab your video. And then, or you can just upload the video directly to us. And then once you do that, you hit submit. And then this takes you to the last page. It says, thank you for your submission. It takes 1-2 weeks for us to schedule your broadcast in there. And then we provide the link where you directly to our program guide. So save that link. And if you're unsure if you want to know what time your show is going to be broadcast, you'd click on the link, and it takes you to our program guide, and then you can scroll through and find out what times your show is being broadcast. Okay? So there you go. So that's how you submit. If you already produced something, you already have something made, that's how you submit content to Falls Area Community Television. Do you have anything else to add to that, Josh?
Yeah, just one thing about membership specifically. I'm not sure if we mentioned this, but if you are outside our area of service, you can still use our resources as long as you become a member. The only difference is that if you're outside of our areas that we serve, becoming a member just requires 5 hours of volunteer service, and then you get the same benefits as a person within our range.
So, for example, like right now, Swansea isn't part of the public access service area. So if someone in Swansea wanted to do a show and have access to the equipment at the Keene station, all they would have to do is volunteer 5 hours out of that year, and which is great. We need volunteers. We need people. That's how public access can run effectively, is with a strong volunteer community. So,
and another thing, just on top of that, is I believe you told me, Alex, that you are going to be doing 2 Thursdays a month where you'll be doing training for people.
Yeah. So yeah, Colin, if you want to bring up the contact information, but you can also, if you have any questions too, in terms of volunteering and becoming a member and training, please call us. You can call the Bellows Falls station at 802-463-1613 or email us at fact810@gmail.com, or you can call Josh at the Keene station, which is 603, I can't read it, 903-0036, and the email is factkeene@gmail.com. Or go to our website. I don't have forms for training or dates and times for trainings. It's kind of a little bit a la carte, but every other Thursday. So I would encourage people, if you want to learn how to do video production, if you want to create a show here at Fact TV, to either give one of us a call and email us and find out what training opportunities there are and how to start a show. So, and that leads into how do you schedule studio time, right? So how do you give us a call first, tell us you want to be a part of Fact TV, become a member, talk about your show, and then you schedule studio time. So how do you schedule studio time? Well, it's very easy. You go to our website, you click on menu, it's got all the things that you can do. You scroll down. We've gone through the upload video part. Now it's schedule studio time. Now it's going to take you to the same page, so don't get confused. I was a little lazy. I didn't want to do a separate page for each one, but I'll be honest. So on the left-hand side, this is the scheduling the studio time. It basically goes through that you can schedule time into the studio. And then you get to choose which station that you want to schedule studio time in. And that's either the Bellows Falls station or the Keene station. So we'll do the Bellows Falls station. You click on that. It takes you to another Google form. Okay. Okay, basically, have you already scheduled a show with Fact TV? Have you already scheduled time to do a show with Fact TV? This is a lot of times for consistent producers that have a consistent time, that they come in at 1 o'clock every Wednesday to do their show. They would click yes. Okay, if not, if this is the first time that you're scheduling studio time, you would click no. Okay, all right. And it listed out here on the second question. Obviously, put in your the show title, and this is important that we have this information when you're scheduling studio time to do an in-studio show. And the reason why this is important is because we have to put titles and graphics. We have to set up your show to be live switch. We have to put in those titles and graphics, the episode title, and we also, if you're going to be going live on the social media pages, we also need that information to be able to have that set up prior to you coming in. Now, we understand that folks may have a little difficulty with computers and need a little help. So sometimes people just come in either 30 minutes before the show to fill out the form, or they come in the day before and they fill it out the day before with our assistance. But let me run through this. You can just do it online at home. Type in your TV show title, Fact TV Update, pretty self-explanatory. Your episode title. So the show title is, we have a show called Say What. That's the name of the program, right? And each episode they have a different title. So this past Easter could have been Say What Easter Sunday, but we're gonna do Fact TV update. Keene episode title, Keene Station update. Put that in there. Again, I'm just gonna write junk, but you want to put in a good description, because this information that you put in here is the stuff that goes on our programming guide, and it's the same information that we put up on our website for people to know if they, to entice the person to whether or not to watch your video or not. So you got to take your time on your episode title, your show title, and episode description. It's very important. If you have an outline for topics being discussed or a guest who will appear, enter that here. This is important. Some people have guests, and depending on what type of show graphics that you have set up, we're going to need an outline of what your topics are going to be, so that we can set up your show graphics for you. And we also need to know the name of the people that are coming in to be a guest, so that we can put their name in to the graphics on the show. So that's why this information is very important prior to you coming in. Okay, and then that's the same thing. A lot of times people have guests on that are talking about an organization that they work for, and so we would like that information, their credentials and their promotional information, if you want that incorporated in your show graphics. So, and the second one is determining where you want the show to be distributed out, either on our YouTube pages or website. Some producers maybe just want it broadcast and they don't want it on social media or the internet. And so they have that option. Next thing is obscene content matter. We went over that in the beginning, but we just need to make sure, if there is any, violence, nudity, or anything that's deemed not suitable for children, that we know about it, so that we're not scheduling to go live at an inappropriate time. So, so there you go. So, and then rating. Please subscribe your show so that we can apply a rating to it. And this is also for the TV program guide on the cable channel. If you would like a DVD copy, pretty self-explanatory. If you want a DVD copy, if yes, how many copies? $10. So, a digital copy we can send to you, and you have that option. And I also got to pick a platform. So then you hit next. Oh. And also the last part of this is, if you have any video clips, pictures, or logos, or websites, please enter it here. So you can enter a website link. And these video clips, logos, and so on and so forth, all this information is important prior to setting up a show, because if you want a website to pop up, if you want a specific organization's logo to pop up, maybe you have a guest on that's from the Rotary and you want their logo to pop up, whatever, you can provide this information in the form and we'll have it ready and set to go. Also, if you do a show and you want to put on a video clip, this would be the place to put in that link that you want to use a video clip as an example, or as a starting point for starting off on a topic that you're going to be discussing. All that information will be put in here, and you can also upload that video clip or the logo and information at the end of this form. So that's what this section is for. And then there you go. You got to enter your name and information, submitting the show every time, address, phone. I'm just putting in, junk, but it's pretty self-explanatory. We need to have that information to keep track of who's submitting a show. This is important because every year a public access station has to submit to the cable companies and to the state agencies utilization. How many people are utilizing the facilities, and so that's why this information is very important. And also you have to fill out the agreement, making sure that you're responsible for the content that's being put out. So there you go. You accept the agreement, hit submit, and you're done. And there you go. So that's how you schedule studio time. It's pretty easy to do once you get the hang of it. You can do it from home, or you can also come in just prior to your show or the day before and fill it out at the station if you need help. All right. So The next thing that we're going to talk about are community events. You know, one thing that public access does is that we cover local community events. And there are a lot of local, there could be concerts that are going on, fundraisers, parades, school events, sporting events, any type of event. You know, we try to have volunteers or pay people to go out and film these events. And we definitely want this content broadcast out in our local community, because, you know, that's one of the values of the channel, is to see, you know, what local things are going on. You know, that's the value of public access. A lot of these events, they're too small. You're not going to have, a production company film the event. You're not going to have a WCAX, or I don't know what the WMUR, come down. They might and film your event for you, because, you know, it's not like a statewide, you know, event, or it's not this national thing. So, you know, we have public access, and public access is there to cover local community events. So if you're a resident of Keene, Bellows Falls, Rockingham, Bellows Falls, Athens, Grafton, Brookline, I'm going to name all the towns in our service area, you can submit event. Are there any events possibly coming up for the Keene station?
Yeah,
people?
we have. We just actually spoke to someone not today, actually.
Yeah.
He's doing a local charity event, and I believe it's going to be a drag show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We also have tons of events that we do in Swansea all the time. We did a Christmas show. We did a Halloween show.
Yeah.
What was it called? Trunk or Treat, I believe. And we are in talks right now with a lot of different people and places in Keene for local events. I believe there's a music festival that happens in the summer that we're in talks with to shoot. And you know, we haven't been open that long, but people are finding us, and you know, they're reaching out, and that's awesome, because that's what we're here for, to be a resource for the community to shoot their events. So I'm excited moving forward. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I mean, we have plenty of events that go on through here. We've shot a couple plays at Main Street Arts. There's multiple parades.
Downtown, right?
Yeah, Old Homes Day parade. There's sporting events that we cover here in our local area, and we also need volunteers, and we also pay people, and we need freelance videographers.
Yes.
We definitely need freelance videographers. So if you're a Keene resident, if you're a Swansea resident, if you're a resident in the Bellows Falls area, and you're looking for a little bit of extra cash on the side, this is a perfect opportunity. We can train you. One thing I do require is that you have transportation. If you don't have transportation, there's no way that you can do the job. But you got to have your own transportation to be able to go to events and cover it. So if you want to put up the information, if you want to volunteer, or if you already have a skill set, if you're already a videographer, if you already have producing skills, and you want to make a little extra money, we do pay for covering events. So please, what you would do is give us a call, the Bellows, either the Keene station or the Bellows Falls station. That information is listed up right there. Or email us and say, hey, look, I have experience, or hey, want to make some extra money. I would like to be trained on how to be a freelance videographer. Yep. We also have meetings that need to be covered, like municipal meetings that need to be covered. So there's plenty of opportunities. I mean, being the freelance videographer and covering events is a pretty decent job. You get to go in for free to some of these events that are being covered. If you like going out and doing things and want to see what's going on in your local community and area, being the freelance videographer for covering these events is a great way to go out, meet people, and to go out and see what things are going on in the community. So please, if you're interested, please
Alex,
give us a call.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
I just want to say, specifically for Keene, we do have dedicated meetings in Swansea right now, so it'll be a certain amount every month if you're interested that you will have, so it won't just be fluctuating hours and all that. It's good money, and I did freelance work for a long time before I started this career, and I loved it. It's you meet great people. It's a lot of fun, and you learn a lot. If you come into it not knowing that much, you'll learn a lot. absolutely.
Yeah, put up that information just one more time. So again, give us a call at the Bellows Falls station or the Keene station, or email us if you're interested in doing freelance videography work or editing too. So please give us a call. All right. So, but if you are a community organization or a nonprofit or a municipality or whoever who has an event that's going on, a school, and you would like Falls Area Community Television to cover that event for free, or to get that event listed and promoted, you would go to our submit event form, and that's very easy to do. It's just like submitting a video. You go on, scroll on down on our website. So first of all, you click on the menu tab up here. And I'll bring up the menu tab. You scroll on down where it says, if I can, it's not too far down there. Where is it? Did I miss it? Event coverage right here. So this is where you fill out the event coverage. You click on that. This basically just goes over the criteria for us covering the event for free. And if we can't cover it for free, we'll call you up and let you know it will cost X amount of dollars. Again, that will be a subsidized rate. I mean, normally for one camera operator, if you just need one camera operator to cover your event, it's like $75. So it's not too much, but
usually, Alex, the only reason we couldn't cover it for free is if we wouldn't be able to air it, right?
If we wouldn't be able to air it, and if it doesn't fit within our mission, you know what I mean. We only have a limited amount of budget to actually pay to cover these events for free with folks. So I mean, it's kind of a little bit of a first come first serve if you fit our criteria, right?
Absolutely.
And then if the budget runs out, we don't have any money for that, and then then we charge for that. But so that's kind of the idea. Yeah, I mean, we're not covering, like, if there's a grand opening of the Sunoco down the street or a grand opening of the 7-Eleven, we're not covering those events. We're not covering any events that are commercial in nature, okay? I mean, there's a fine line. That's why you have to fill out the form, and we have to determine whether or not this fits within our mission plan. But by filling out the form, you'll also give us the opportunity to be able to promote your event for you, be able to broadcast it on our ticker. So anyways, so here's the event form. And what it also does is if we're not able to cover the event for free, we can also find ways to line you up. Maybe a volunteer might want to cover the event for free. So by submitting this event form, you let us know that an event's going on and that you would like it covered. And then one or two things. We'll cover the event, or we'll look for ways to either find maybe someone that volunteer. If you don't want to pay for someone to be there, if we can't cover it for free and you don't want to pay for someone to be there, we could find a freelance volunteer that might want to volunteer or donate their time to be able to do that. So we'll try to sort of get your event covered. We'll try to work with you, but you got to submit the form and let us know that your event's going on. So you submit the form. This gives us the information of things that we would like when you're submitting to have your event covered. Accept full responsibility for the content of the program. So that means anything that goes on in your event is your responsibility. Provide fact with the relevant details about the event, such as date and time, location, and description of the event, including topics, speakers, and so on and so forth. This just helps the videographer, if they are going to go down and fit it, they know how to film it and what to expect and what equipment to bring. So make every effort possible to publicize the broadcast of the finished program on Fact TV's channel. So, we would expect you to promote that, the event's being filmed and that it's going to be, airing on public access television. So, and then you can, if you have specific questions before you can fill out this form, you can always give us a call. All right. So again, name, email. Are you a Fact TV member? Because that helps. You don't have to be, but that does help. Just put in yes. Obviously, the name of the event. And then please provide the address of the event. This just helps us be able to see if we can, the videographer to be able to get down there and know exactly where to go. The date of the event, obviously. And then please describe in detail why you feel this event is important to the community and why Fact TV should cover it. So Go to our website, read our mission statement, and give us the pitch. Tell us why we should cover the event for free, and why it's important to your local community to have that event covered for free. So then give a description of the event so that the videographer or whoever we send down there has a good understanding of what the event is about, what type of equipment needs to be brought, and how are we going to cover this event. So that's very important. And then this just says, even if we don't cover the event for free, you can submit a link. You can submit a link or text of the, who, what, where of the event, and we can put that on our community bulletin board. So even if we don't do it, this is a way for you to promote your event and for us to be able to broadcast it. So what you do is you just put in the information, a link or text of how we can get a flyer to be able to promote your event and put it in our newsletter. So, and then this just says, if we can't cover it for free, are you still willing to pay? This just helps us, know when we give you a call, whether or not we can cover it for free, and if you're willing to still move forward if we can't cover it for free. Obviously, your name and contact information, and what organization you're representing, if you are representing, so that we can get a hold of you, and then what method you would like to be contacted by, email or phone, and then any additional questions that you have. And there you go. You hit submit. Invalid email. Sorry, let me put in the correct email. And you're done. And date and time. So we'll put a 5. Just trying to get through this. And another valid email. Okay. Maybe it's not 31 days. Oh, the time. Okay. I know. These are the problems you run into. Detailed. There you go. That's making me do it all over again. Okay. That crap form is submitted. But obviously, if you fill out the information correctly and take your time on that, your information will be logged in. So for everyone in the area, it is very important. Fill out the event form. If you call up and say that you have an event, I'll let you know. I'll tell you how we cover events over the phone and help you out on that. But I will say to you that you have to fill out the event form. We will not move forward on covering anyone's event unless the form is filled out. For 2 reasons. One is this helps us keep track of people that are utilizing the station to cover community events. It helps us when we do our reporting to show the value of public access to the state or to the cable providers. Like, look, this is how many organizations submitted an event form, and these are how many events that we covered. So very important. So that's how you submit an event. It's pretty easy. And then we're going to move on to, what's the next item on the list? We got to wrap this show up. What are we at? What are we at, Colin? No, what are we at time-wise? 38 minutes. So I got to go at least for 45 minutes. So if you're doing a show, you have 2 options. You got 25 minutes or 45 to 50 minutes. You can't do 31 and a half. Or 61 and a half minutes. So,
well, I don't know if you need to go over all the same details, but submitting a PSA is the same thing as submitting an event form. It's just a different part of the website, but almost a exact form, just slightly different.
It is, yeah.
Just different wording.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'll go through it. But yeah, a public service announcement is a sort of a promotion of your event. If you have a potluck, if you have an open house for a new, like if you're an organization that whatever organization that you are. If you have an event, a play, a concert, whatever, we'll put that up on our community bulletin board, and we'll also put it out on our newsletter. And there are 3 ways that we'll put out there are 3 types of PSAs that you can do. Sorry, let me just clarify. There's 3 types of PSAs, public service. There's video, so you can do a video. We won't produce a video for you, but if you made a video. 3, a flyer that we can put up in between programming, and 4, just text. Okay, so you can type in your text so many sentences long, and we have a ticker that scrolls by on the screen on our channels that highlights people about community events that are going on. So there are 3 ways: video, flyer, or text. So I'm getting a text right now. Wonder what's going on. And those are the 3 options that you have to submit a PSA, or you could submit all 3. You have to submit the form so that we can grab the content. So all you have to do, basically, you go to our website, go to our menu bar, hit submit PSA, and there you go. Now, if you want us to produce the PSA for you, if you want to do a video PSA and you want us to produce it, or if you want us to create the flyer, you can also contact us, and you give us a call. You hit the contact button, and we'll be able to do that for you. So submit PSA, and you fill out the form. Basically, your name, your address, your phone number. You hit next. You fill out all the information on the PSA, or upload the flyer, or upload the link. It actually goes through exactly what type of format that we want when you go through the form, and so on and so forth. It's very easy to do. So please utilize this. If you have an event that's going on, if you want to talk about for Keene residents, have them submit the form. Josh, you're up.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. You were playing Kissy over there for what? I don't know. That's what it looked like.
I was whispering to Garrett.
Too bad nobody saw you. Too bad nobody saw you. Is that would have been kind of funny? Anyways.
Playing Kissy over here. It's a real close working relationship here at the Keene station.
So I would recommend folks in Keene folks in Keene, organizations in Keene, to go to our website, put up the information, factdate.com, and submit your public service announcement. It's very easy to do. You can do it from home, and then you're able to get out your message to folks in Keene, folks in Bellows Falls, folks in Athens, Grafton, Brookline, and even folks in Springfield in a wider area, because VTEL, even though our coverage area doesn't go into Springfield, they just blast our channel out to their entire customer base at this point. So there's a lot of people that you can reach. And if you submit a flyer, we'll also put that up in our newsletter, and we'll also post it up on our social media pages. So I'm definitely encourage people to definitely submit their PSAs, their public service announcements.
And if you're interested in making a PSA, but you're not sure how to go about it, we can definitely help you as well.
People can come into a studio, as long as their PSA is not promoting a book. These aren't commercials. We're not promoting.
Well, yeah, that's right in our mission statement.
I mean, you could be a business and come in and say, hey, I'm having a grand opening, or I'm sponsoring this event. Please come to this event. That's fine, but you can't list any prices. You can't use any language that we're the best place in town. You can let people know.
Sure. Well, I'll give a great example. We had a lady call up the Keene station. She was looking to do a PSA about. She runs senior services, and they're like an outreach program to help older folks, with whatever they need, groceries, that kind of stuff. And she was looking to get the word out, that they exist and that they're a resource for people if they need it. And so, yeah, that would be a great example of a PSA we could run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can run pretty much any PSA, even if it's a concert event that has tickets. It's just any community event. We have the community bulletin board listed up, potlucks, so on and so forth. We just want people to utilize it. So please go to our website, factdate.com. Any event that you have that you know about, you can always just, if you don't have a flyer, you can always submit the ticker. Just type in the text, and you can have the ticker go. On the ticker, you can even wish somebody a happy birthday.
Sure.
If you want.
Why not propose on public access?
You can propose on public access on the ticker. Tell the person you're proposing to turn it on 1301 or 1082 just at the right time. You can do it. I wouldn't have a problem.
Hell yeah.
Matter of fact, you can come into the station, do your proposal
There you
here
go.
in the studio. Okay? we broadcast at a specific time. You're like, hey, sweetie, can you switch shit on to 1082 at 8 p.m.? And bam, you're a superstar. You're a superstar.
Mm-hmm. You getting on one knee, opening the ring, you know,
Yeah.
all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Incredibly romantic.
Mm-hmm. We'll give
So-
you some great mood lighting.
There you go. So there you go. And so the last thing that we're going to talk about is training. We're going to be implementing some training in Keene, and I'll be, during COVID here in Bellows Falls. Prior to COVID, we had specific days and classes. COVID came around, and that kind of put training folks, we kind of stopped doing that, and now we're sort of getting back into that. But if right now, in terms of training people for equipment, is you become a member, call us up. Every other Thursday, I'll be in Keene to train people on how to do, video production, how to use equipment, video production 101, like, what you would need to know to produce your own video. Josh seems like he's got information that he wants to get out.
No,
He's got a big,
just smiling.
got a big smile on his face. Not the happy smile, the smile where, you're going to use the type of grin where, you put the S and you put the E type of grin.
Oh, no.
I'm over here contemplating.
No, every other Thursday in Keene, every other, the second and fourth Thursday, I'll be in Keene, and to provide whatever training classes are needed. So what you would do is, if you're a resident in Keene, is you call up Josh. You say, he'll ask you, what kind of training that you're looking to do, and he'll schedule you in for one of the 2 Thursdays, and we'll be there to train you up, whether it's specifically on equipment, whether it's specifically on video production 101, basically getting you started on how to produce a show, whether or not it's an in-studio show, or whether or not you're going to take a camera out and film stuff, edit it together, and so on and so forth. That will sort of give you the guidelines on that. And then as you go further, you would just call up and we'd schedule time for more specific classes. Like, for instance, if you want to just spend the time working on camera, we would schedule a time in on that Thursday to train you on the camera on how to utilize a camera. If you want to learn how to edit on specific software like DaVinci Resolve, we would schedule a time on one of those Thursdays to train you on editing and so on and so forth. So as of right now, we're not getting a whole bunch of people in there. It's more of sort of like individual sort of training sessions, maybe 1 to 2 people on the Thursdays, and then each other time you just come in and schedule a time, and we train you on individual, based on specifically what you need to be trained on or what you would like to be trained on. We will be implementing, towards the end of the summertime, classes, broader classes where we could train up, 10 people max per class, like camera 101, editing 101, so on and so forth.
And can I just say, Alex?
Yeah.
As a free resource, specifically, this is a man whose brain you want to pick. He knows everything there is to know about video production. I'm telling you, if you want to learn, this is the best place to come and do it. It's a great atmosphere, and especially with Alex, he knows everything there is to know. So you're going to be in good hands.
Yeah, I know enough not to know what I don't know. I know enough. Anyway, actually, and beyond the just those training classes, we also have like film production style training. So we do Fact TV does a film project every year, whereby folks can come in and be a part of a film production style shoot. So this year we're going to be doing a short film called The Death of Me, and we're looking to do that sometime at the end of June, and that will be a perfect opportunity if you want to learn how to be on a film set. This would be the perfect opportunity to get involved with that. So again, that deals with training. So you would just call up Fact TV, call up the Bellows Falls station if you want to put up the information, or the Keene station, and we can let you know what opportunity is available. Obviously, the Thursdays in Keene are available. We'll all be there to help train people that are looking for training, especially on the equipment. And then you can also find about the community film projects that we do, where there's opportunity to get experience working on a film set, and or to find out more about The Death of Me, which we'll be filming at the Bellows Falls Opera House sometime in the end of June.
And I believe all of the projects that we've shot, they all air on the channels. So if you want to check out and see what we've already done, you can see it on our website, or you can wait until it broadcasts. But we've done some really great stuff, and I'm excited. I think The Death of Me is going to be an awesome project too. I think anyone who's interested in video production is, it's gonna change the way you look at everything that has to do with filmmaking. So
yeah,
I would definitely show up and reach out, try to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity. So cool. So there you go. That's how sort of you submit content to Falls Area Community Television and how you get a show started. I just wanted to run through that for everyone. It's very easy to do. Make sure you go to our website, become a member first, and then you can basically submit a PSA, submit a show, schedule a show, get training, so on and so forth. So that's about it. Anything else you want to say, Josh?
No, I think we pretty much covered it all. I would just say, if you have any interest in all, definitely reach out. I feel like we're a pretty good group of guys, and we're going to do everything we can to help you out. So, swing on by or give us a call, whatever you want to do. We look forward to hearing from you.
Cool. Garrett, last words? Any last words from Garrett?
Any words at all?
Any words at all from Garrett?
I have to talk now.
Yeah.
We're excited to be here every day and look forward to working with the community. So reach out.
Great. Thank you. All right, so that's it for our Fact TV update. We'll see you in another month or 2 months. We'll take care.
You can watch Fact TV on our YouTube channel at Falls Area Community TV, Twitter at Fact8TV, and Facebook by typing in Falls Area Community TV and like our page. Fact TV, free speech protected.